and you gonna come lay right on them. You just disrespectful as I don't know what.
EA Sports is in the game.
Can I help you?
Daddy.
Great play call, great pass, great reception. That play had it all.
What sales is that? Ollie's or Aldi's? Ours didn't have all that.
Catch potatoes. Oh. Or chicken nuggets. Catch potatoes. Oh. Mommy, that can.
Thank you.
That can.
Sit right there. Thank you. Trash people ain't gonna be happy coming over here. Oh, this trash. We're doing stuff in the basement. Putting away some of the stuff that was in Daddy's workroom that we hadn't got through. Got through most of those clothes. Well, I don't know who all the clothes. Well, the one black bag was mine. The other bag, Jeremiah, I bought him this year.
Just fall after doing the heart attack.
In the trash converter, got wet.
Yes. A great game for football at 18 p.m. in Arlington. Today we hit week 10, and we got a good one in store between the Denver Broncos and the Dallas Cowboys. Fielded right around the 8. Take it past the 25 and up to
Jeremiah.
28-yard line.
Rubro. Or actually has a new dance move. Like this.
First play from scrimmage, Watson going to throw it. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A good start. One play, 10 yards.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. The Cowboys at 2-7 now on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you talk about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
First carry for Nick Chubb. Fights through it. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. Out of the gun, Watson. And the Broncos get there and take him down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. To throw is Watson. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Open man is Duvernay. Touchdown, Cowboys! At CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, out of my way, and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. First down, it's gone. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Keon Crossen. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. So problems with Aaron passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And again, it's Chubb. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys, what I call BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And his ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And the Cowboys are off to a 13-0 first-quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Gone. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on third. Goff. And that is incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
The Broncos send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Take it at the 37. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Throwing again is Watson. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. After the sack on 1st down, Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Watson. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. He'll get it inside the 20. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Boy, they've definitely come out of the gate smoking here in the 1st quarter. Whatever they've tried to run has worked. And there's another example right there. Game plan is one thing, but how about his accuracy?
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. They'll run with Chubb, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. It'll wind up going as a sack and a loss of 2. And now the task gets more difficult here on 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal, they're going with Chubb. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a 6-yard carry. It does put him just a few yards short of the goal line, but 4th down coming up.
Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the 2nd quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
1-7, their record here at the midway point of the season. And right now, this organization, more than likely, if you look at it, CD, probably in for a rough second half of the season.
Well, we've seen teams turn things around in other places. I mean, we've seen 1-7 first halves turn into 5-3 second halves. But with this squad, I think these guys aren't playing to get into the playoffs. They're playing for their jobs. So is the coaching staff. They're coaching for theirs. Front office trying to keep theirs. The heat is on from all directions. And what's interesting is a lot of these guys are playing for jobs and trying to keep their positions. It might be just in the league in some other spot.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fielded just inside the 30. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board. And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Give him 30 yards there. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now Watson. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Cowboys are able to widen their lead here in this first half. The extra point splits the uprights. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. And Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try to break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay away.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Yeah, yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Robert Spillane. And the Broncos are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough one.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Goff. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the 50, it's gone. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Now the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes.
And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. And that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it third and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson. Open man downfield is Duvernay. A big play here for Dallas. 42 yards. He had one touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
Chubb. Going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Chubb again. And I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. They'll give it to Chubb. And this time he is in. Nick Chubb with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys extend their lead yet again. Extra point up and through. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Williams. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. They give it to Williams, running right. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
On 2nd down, puts it on the carpet, it's out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
He's airing it out for Williams. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson, he's going to go up top again. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's Watson. He's airing it out for Williams. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Well, he has been fun to watch throwing the football this way. He's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
An extra point right down the middle, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25.
51 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taking on the midfield logo. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
Right side to Williams. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Three quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Second down at 6 now from the 42.
Chubb will get the call running left. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, give him a good 10 yards on the return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now Goff. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Back to throw, Goff. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Now a 1st down throw. Goff.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now Goff on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Goff now looks to throw. They'll They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. Desperation time for Goff on fourth. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dab. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away.
2nd down. Here's Chubb again. And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. They run it again with Chubb. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense is that they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense.